I'm John Bledsoe, and I want to talk to you about IRA rules and Roth IRA rules. What a fine, fine, fine country we live in, but our rules with these taxes are crazy. And you have to wonder, what's Congress thinking? Now, they're letting us convert. Everybody can now convert beginning 2010, this year. January 1st, 2010, everybody can convert, regardless of their income, from a regular IRA to a Roth IRA. So let's talk about regular IRAs and the craziness of the IRA rules. The government essentially says that they want you to save money for your retirement, and if you're in a regular IRA or a profit-sharing plan or 401k or a 403b, they'll give you a deduction for this IRA, for this contribution, and they want to make it an incentive for you to save money because Social Security may or may not be around, and they want that money to grow tax deferred. And then when you pull the money out at your retirement age, then you, of course, would be taxed on that money. Roth IRAs, you can, of course, convert from a regular IRA to a Roth IRA, pay the taxes around that time, or maybe a year or two later, depending on what year you do it. This is a very special year, 2010. But the point is, you can't touch the money without penalty until your appropriate retirement age. And you imagine this committee meeting, Congress, they're sitting there, the subcommittee, and they're deciding what is the appropriate age, because we're going to tax them at 10%. We don't want those young people out blowing all their money. Most people do. When they quit a job, when they get fired, when they are downsized or go from one profession to another, their 401k, their retirement plan that they've worked hard to save and defer money into, they blow that money between then and the time they get the next job or at some point in the future. Almost 75% of the people blow that money. What a crying shame, because they also have to pay income tax on the money and a special penalty if they're too young. Too young, the government's now voting, the subcommittee's looking at each other, and one guy says, I think 59 is the appropriate retirement age. And the senator to his left, he said, no, I think 60 is the appropriate. And this other guy from Wisconsin or Texas or some other foreign country, he says, I tell you what, I got it. How about 59 and a half? Now, you're joking, right? 59 is too young, 60 is too old, so let's do 59 and a half. It gets better, it gets better. The government says you have to take the money out someday. When you get to be old, let's pick out old. Old is 70, 71, 70 and a half. That's it, 70 and a half. So you're barely able to remember all the names of your grandchildren, and now 70 and a half. But it's not really 70 and a half. We're going to make you start taking it out by this formula that's kind of strange. Divide your IRA as of December 31 of the year before and divide that by your life expectancy and take that amount out. And if you screw it up, we want to tax you 50%. We're going to tax you 50% of what you should have taken out. And get this, Grandpa, 70 and a half. It's not really 70 and a half. It's April the 1st. April Fool's. First time. I mean, we're used to April 15th our whole life. Now it's April Fool's. April Fool's Day of the year following the year. So you turn 70 and a half. I know you don't celebrate that, but 70 and a half. So if you're born in June, you've got a different date in which you must start taking these distributions than if you're born in July. It's crazy. I don't know what kind of bad crack they had, but understand that the solution, the remedy for this and so many other things with regard to IRAs, convert to a Roth. Let me explain the mandatory distribution rules with a Roth. There are none. You have to take no distributions your entire lifetime. If you die or when you die, you can leave your spouse the beneficiary of the IRA, and that Roth IRA has no mandatory distributions. Age 70 is nothing. Age 75, age 80, if you want to take money out, you can. It's tax-free, but if you leave the money in, you're not made to take out anything. There's no penalty for leaving the money in. And when you and your spouse have died, leave it to your children, even leave it to your grandchildren. Then they begin their lifetime distributions, which are tax-free. Roth IRAs are far simpler, and Congress is crazy.